Welcome to another edition of the Master of the Mat. I am your host, Anthony the Origin Bryant. It's been a long time since I've done this, so I decided to hop on and do my show today. So I welcome you to the Master of the Mat. As you can hear in the background, it's hardcore Hardy, the whole theme music. Hold on one second. That is D-Lo Brown. So, give me a moment while I send this link out. Give me one moment. I'll be right back. Today we're going to talk about a few things, and two of the things we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about the origin of the WWE Championship and the origin, and the Intercontinental Championship. But before we get into all that, we got to talk about WrestleMania. The 2-night extravaganza, BS, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And we're going to talk about that right now. Because at WrestleMania 38, everybody saw the return of the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, to WWE after a 6-year hiatus. He's still a B-plus player to me. I don't care if he did beat Seth Rollins. Nowadays, who haven't beat Seth Rollins? That's just my opinion. So WrestleMania 38, the results as follow. The Usos knocked off Nakamura Hold on, y'all. What up, Warren? Like I said, the Usos knocked off Rick Boobs and Nakamura in a spectacular tag team title match. To be honest with you, Usos, the longest reigning SmackDown tag team champion, Drew McIntyre, knocked off Happy Corbin. After the match, Happy Corbin called himself trying to beat up Madcap Moss or Riddick Moss, whatever his darn name is. The Miz and Logan Paul defeated Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. My opinion, Dominic needs to go to NXT and get more experience. That's just my opinion. My experience on my. That's just my point of view because Dominique is just not there yet. Bianca Belair became only the second woman to win both Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships at WrestleMania. She knocked off Becky Lynch in a spectacular matchup. Becky Lynch stole the budget, so that was a good show. That was a good matchup. Cody Rhodes knocked off Seth freaking Rollins. In a shocking return, we didn't know who Cody's opponent was going to be. It turned out to be Cody Rhodes. And I got a lot to say about that, and I want to speak on that right now. See, this is the thing. Cody Rhodes left the WWE because he didn't want to be Stardust anymore. Okay, he was the dashing Cody Rhodes. He was Stardust. He was in Legacy. Him and his brother formed Brotherhood. They became tag team champions. He's a 6-time tag team champion, a 2-time Intercontinental champion. But he's yet to reach the big one as far as championship gold and big time championship gold in WWE. What I mean by that, Cody has never, ever won WWE World Heavyweight Championship gold. Now, don't get me wrong. He is a former Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. He's also a former NWA Heavyweight Champion. But those titles are the equivalent of winning the WCW TV title now. The NWA World Heavyweight Championship means absolutely crap because Zack Ryder holds that title. Yeah, when that title meant something, guys like Harley Race, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Sting, Barry Windham, The Great Muta, Masahiro Chono, those guys made that title worth something. Even when that title was in TNA, guys like Jeff Jarrett, Christian Cage, Sting, those guys holding that title made that title worth something. Now, don't mean diddly. It sucks. Case closed. Matt Cabatone is the current NWA World Heavyweight Champion. You might know him. He wrestled as Zack Ryder in WWE. He's Jonathan Gresham is the current Ring of Honor World Champion. Both of these world titles Cody Rhodes held, and both of these world titles don't mean crap anymore. Just I'm saying. Just my opinion. People can disagree or don't disagree. Charlotte Flair beat Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. That was a decent matchup. As usual, Charles Robinson got involved. And for those of you who don't know, Charles Robinson is Charlotte Flair's stepfather. Not stepfather. Godfather. My world's a test right now. Stone Cold Steve Austin made his return back to the ring and knocked off Kevin Owens in a decent matchup. That was night one. Night two kicked off with RK Bro defeating the Street Profits and Alpha Academy in a decent matchup. Bobby Lashley defeated Omars, which don't know why neither one of them had a match at WrestleMania. That could have been a Raw match, but that's just my opinion. Johnny Knoxville defeated Sami Zayn. Sasha Banks and Naomi defeated Carmella, Queen Xena, Liz Morgan, and Rhea Ripley, Natalya, and Shayna Baszler in a fatal four-way for the Women's Tag Team Championship. I don't know about y'all, but I'm so sick of seeing Sasha with a belt was any funny. Edge knocked off AJ Styles, which was a classic. Sheamus and Rich Holland defeated the New Day, which was an embarrassment type of matchup. Pat McAfee knocked off Austin Theory and then lost to Mr. McMahon. And Roman Reigns defeated Brock Lesnar to win both the Universal and WWE Championship. Now, the highlight of the card was the highlight of the whole night: Stone Cold Stun McMahon, Theory, McAfee. Case closed. That was the highlight of the whole matchup, the whole night of night one. Edge and AJ Styles is pretty damn good. The best damn match on the card was AJ and Edge. Knoxville and Sammy was funny. Omar and Bobby Lashley match was sucktacular. And that's about it. The tag team title match is okay. Okay, and night one, Cody and Seth Rollins match was okay. Actually, night one was kind of better than night two. And that's just my opinion on that. So I'm just going to speak to you how I feel. And WrestleMania 38, I give it an 8 out of 10. It could have been a whole lot better. It could have been a whole lot longer. It could have been a whole lot spectacular. The Intercontinental title was not on the line. The U.S. title was not on the line. WWE dropped the ball with having Balor and Damian Priest in a rematch for the U.S. title. They dropped the ball with that. They could have Ricochet defend the Intercontinental Championship against the Latin Lovers in a triple threat match at WrestleMania. They dropped the ball with that. As usual, WWE don't know what they're doing. So it's just stupid to me. They're not respecting the Intercontinental U.S. title at WrestleMania. The U.S. title was defended last year at WrestleMania, but it wasn't defended this year at WrestleMania. The last time the Intercontinental title was defended at WrestleMania was at the empty arena WrestleMania when Sami Zayn beat Daniel Bryan to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Other than that, don't mean jack. Don't mean jack at all. AEW news for you. There is no AEW news. Be honest with you. Red Dragon lost to Jurassic Express. Adam Cole lost from Adam Page. That match was way too long. And you know what? Screw it. I'm going to say it. Why the hell is Adam Page defending his title on a Friday night show? Why is he not defending that title on a Wednesday night or on pay-per-view? Or why didn't he defend it last night? You know why? Because AEW does a sucky job in promoting their champions. When Kenny Omega was their champion, they promoted the crap out of him. He was worthless. Adam Page had some talent. But really. And if they book another Adam Page, Adam Cole match, screw AEW. I'm sticking with WWE. I'm so sick of seeing Adam Page and Adam Cole. I'm so sick of seeing Sammy Guevara win that TNT championship. I'm so sick of this crap with these champions on AEW. Look, this is my opinion. Give Red Dragon a championship. Let them lose the championships to let them go into a rivalry with the Young Bucks. Let the Young Bucks, FTR, and Red Dragon have a triple threat match for the tag team titles. All 3 tag team titles. You have Red Dragon put the AEW tag titles online. FTR put the Ring of Honor and CMLL tag team titles online. And we have an old-fashioned brawl. Hold on one second. Oh, yeah. We have an old-fashioned brawl. But no, WWE don't want to do that. No, not WWE. AEW don't want to do that. Their main concern is hiring more stars. You got Samoa Joe over there, who's the Ring of Honor TV champion, I think, again. And if you look at their roster, 90% of AEW roster is ex-WWE superstars. What's up with that, man? The AEW sucks. This whole company sucks. Then you got, I give them credit, they're building up stables, but you're letting Chris Jericho's sucky stable beat guys that used to be called LAX and Impact Wrestling. You let them beat Santana, Ortiz, and Eddie Kingston. What type of BS is that? Now, I'm not saying Eddie Kingston is nowhere near the level of Chris Jericho. No, but we all know how Santana and Ortiz are. They're perhaps one of the best tag teams in the world. But no, they have yet to win the AEW World Tag Team Championships. You know why? Because Tony Khan don't think they're worthy. Well, if you ask me, Tony Khan is the worst owner in professional wrestling history. He should stick what he knows. Actually, I don't know what he knows. To be honest with you, I don't care what he knows. That's a pissant company. That company's going to be a replica of WCW. Simple as that. Moving on. The Intercontinental Champion is currently Ricochet, and the Intercontinental Championship, I did a show about this a couple of days ago, or about a month ago, about the Intercontinental Championship. This Intercontinental Championship, the legend of this championship alone, has Hall of Famers up to Yahoo. There are a handful of Hall of Famers that can claim state to this Intercontinental Championship. Guys like Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Tito Santana, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Ric Flair. They have all held the Intercontinental Championship once or twice in their career. Ricky Steamboat, Randy Savage at WrestleMania 3 stole the freaking show, and it should have been the main event, but it wasn't. Stole the freaking show at WrestleMania 3, had a fantastic match for the Intercontinental Championship. You got guys who've held this championship and made this championship a main event title. Guys like Shawn Michaels, guys like Diesel, Razor Ramon, rest in peace. Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon, WrestleMania 10, the ladder match. The ladder match, people. When I mean ladder match, that ladder match was awesome. Shawn and Razor for this championship, a ladder match. The two belts dangling above. You got guys going in the matchup, winning championships, winning Intercontinental Championships, all willy-nilly. Man, please. To my knowledge, the only father-son duo to win this Intercontinental Championship is Kurt Hennig and Curtis Axel, to my knowledge. I think they're the only father-son duo to win the Intercontinental Championship. Kurt Hennig defeated Tito Santana in the tournament when he was called Mr. Perfect to win his first Intercontinental Championship. Okay, well, here's a little brainstorm for you. The following wrestlers are former Intercontinental and U.S. champions: Kurt Hennig, Ravishing Rick Rude, Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, Ric Flair. I'm trying to think of somebody else. It's a long list. Jeff Jarrett, Scott Hall, rest in peace. Booker T. Trying to think. The Big Show. I know it's somebody else. Just don't know who. That's a long list. That is a long list of superstars who have held the U.S. Intercontinental Championship. I just don't know. I can't think of all their names right now. It's a few of them. I named a few. Trying to think. Kurt Angle, the Rated R Superstar Edge, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy. Well, Jeff Hardy, that's right. Jeff Hardy was Intercontinental U.S. champion. Any belt Jeff Hardy hasn't held? Really? So the people that's watching, what belt didn't Jeff Hardy hold? Hogan's untitled. I'm trying to think. There's a long list of superstars who've been U.S. Intercontinental champion. I'm drawing a real blank here. I named a few of them: Benoit, Kurt Hennig, Rick Rude, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Ricky Steamboat, Ric Flair, Come on, trying to think. Jeff Jarrett, Scott Hall. It's a few. Finn Balor. There's a couple guys. The Miz. There's a couple guys on the main roster, the current roster who has that honor. Bobby Lashley. Trying to think. I'm drawing a blank. Hold on. Bear with me. I think that's all I can think of right now. Yeah, those guys who've held the Intercontinental and U.S. title are legends and bona fide Hall of Famers. Taz was only Intercontinental champion. He was never U.S. champion. He should have been U.S. champion, but he was never U.S. champion. He was only Intercontinental champion. Booker T's in that list as well. Like I said, Jeff Hardy, Booker T. Trying to think of somebody else. When I think of it, I name him. It's just, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is a former Intercontinental U.S. champ as well. KO. Who? Dean. Nah, Malenko was never Intercontinental champion. He's a former U.S. champion, but he's never Intercontinental champion. He was never Intercontinental champion. Only belt Malenko held in WWE was a lightweight title. He had that belt twice. Sammy was only IC champion. Sammy has only been Intercontinental champion. There's a bunch of guys who've held that U.S. Intercontinental championship. And I'm drawing a real blank here. And I'm trying to, the list of guys who've been Intercontinental U.S. champion is off the hook. Couple of them are Hall of Famers, couple of them are not, couple of them should be. One of them we know for sure won't be Benoit. But yeah, this Intercontinental Championship has its own right. Like I said before, WrestleMania 3, Ricky Steamboat, Randy Savage. WrestleMania 10, Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, ladder match. The Intercontinental title has had its own moments at WrestleMania. And it was that this belt is the pride and joy that if you hold this title, you hold Ricochet. Ricochet is also a former Intercontinental U.S. champion. Ricochet is also the current Intercontinental champion. What else? That's about it. Actually, Ricochet is the only man to hold the Intercontinental U.S. and North American Championship. He's the first man to ever hold all 3 secondary championships. I don't know if that's something to be proud of or not, but okay. Daniel Bryan, there you go. Daniel Bryan. I would say every member of the Shield, but Dean Ambrose was never. Actually, every member of the Shield is a former Intercontinental U.S. champion. I forgot about Dean Ambrose being U.S. champion. Every member of the Shield. Yeah, Zack Ryder. That's what I was thinking about. Thinking about somebody. Zack Ryder. Somebody else too. Just can't put my finger on it. Oh. It'll come to me. There's a long list of Intercontinental U.S. champions. Nakamura. That's it. Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura. Kofi Kingston. Dolph Ziggler. Damn, okay. Now I'm getting it. It's coming together. Dolph Ziggler. That's about it. That's it right there. Apollo Crew. To be fair, the Intercontinental U.S. title, the only 2 belts Apollo Crew ever held. To be fair. I think that's about it. That's about it. Shelton Benjamin. That's who it was. Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin was a former Intercontinental and a one-time U.S. champion. He's a 3-time IC champion and a one-time Rey Mysterio. Okay. Rey Mysterio as well. Somebody else. I know It's somebody else in that list. I just can't remember who right now. Because I know he was a member of the NWO. JBL, yeah. Can't forget about JBL. Eddie Guerrero. Who? I said Benoit. There's been a lot of former Intercontinental. I said Kurt Angle. I said Chris Jericho. Yeah, I said Jericho already. It's been a lot of former Intercontinental champions and U.S. champions. And that championship has been... Nah, Christian was never U.S. champion. Not to my knowledge. Yeah, Christian was never U.S. champion. But that's about it. Like I said, the Intercontinental Championship, the lineage for that title, the U.S. title together is amazing. Edge unified the WCW and Intercontinental Championship at Survivor Series 2001. And the U.S. title was forgotten about. The Intercontinental title was the only title that was brought forward. Now the U.S. title was on Raw. The IC title was on SmackDown. The current U.S. champion is Finn Balor. The current Intercontinental champion is Ricochet. It's just it's mind blowing. Now we're gonna talk about. It's gonna be a short show because my stomach is growling. I'm gonna fix me something to eat. Bret Hart. Forgot about the Hall of Famer. Bret Hart. That's right. Now we're gonna talk about the WWE Championship. The championship that has been around the waist of more than a few dozen Hall of Famers. Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Kevin Nash, Macho Man Randy Savage. This championship has been held by more Hall of Fame. Hogan was never Intercontinental Champion. This championship has been held and defended by more Hall of Famers in the current rosters right now. Okay, since he said Hulk Hogan is the fourth longest reigning. No, I think he's the third longest reigning. Hold on. It's probably because you made him the Intercontinental Champion. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Hulk Hogan is the second longest reigning WWE champion of all time. The very first is Bruno Sammartino. Bruno with 2 reigns at 4,040 days as world heavyweight champion in WWE. Hulk Hogan, a recognized 2,188. That's how long he held all 6 of his WWE championship. Bob Backlund, number 3, with 2 reigns at 2,138 days. John Cena is number 4 with 13 reigns with 1,254 WWE championship. That's how long he held the championship, all total combined. Pedro Morales has held the championship 1,027 days, his first reign. Brock Lesnar, a total combined of 828 days as WWE champion. That's with 7 reigns. Randy Orton with 10 reigns, 680 days. Bret Hart with 5 reigns, 654 reigns. Triple H with 9 reigns, 611 days. Stone Cold with 6 reigns, 529 days. Randy Savage with 2 reigns, 520 days. AJ Styles with 2 reigns, 511 days. CM Punk with 2 reigns, 462 days. Shawn Michaels with 3 reigns, 396 days. The Rock with 8 reigns, 378 days. Those guys have held the championship. That's the total combined of reigns of champion. Roman Reigns on his 4th and current reign, he's sitting at number 33 with 132 plus. Now, you flip that around as Universal Champion. 1 second. Roman Reigns has currently been a Universal Champion in 5 days. Roman Reigns will be Universal Champion for 600 days. 600 days. The last time Roman was pinned was on an episode of SmackDown, and that was by Baron Corbin, who's now known as Happy Corbin. I have no idea why they changed that idiot name, but they did. Only WWE. Well, like I said, the WWE Championship has been around the waist of a lot of people. A lot of guys held this championship. A lot of guys defended this championship. This championship has been defended at WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. My favorite WrestleMania moment was when Shawn Michaels beat Bret Hart in a sudden death overtime Iron Man match at WrestleMania 12. My second favorite WrestleMania is when my second favorite WrestleMania 17, when Stone Cold beat the crap out of The Rock for the championship. I was a Rock fan, but Stone Cold won his 5th WWE Championship at WrestleMania, and that was a classic for me. That's WrestleMania 17 to be exact. Hulk Hogan has held at WrestleMania 9, I want to say. Yeah, WrestleMania 9 in Caesar's Palace. Hogan won his match by disqualification, went out there to support Bret Hart. Mr. Fuji challenged Hogan. Hogan got in the ring, slammed Yokozuna, leg drop Yokozuna, and won his 5th WWE Championship at WrestleMania. Hogan's the only man to win a championship at multiple WrestleManias. Actually, he is. Right, bastard. So it happens that way. And you got a lot of guys who've held this championship and who can say that they are one of the best in the business. Hogan's held the record. He's the longest reigning WCW champion of all time. He's the longest reigning WCW champion of all time. As a matter of fact, Chris Benoit is the only undefeated WCW champion. He will go down in history as being the only undefeated WCW champion. What I mean by that is he won the belt, stripped of the belt the next day, never lost the belt. Jump ship to WWE. Look it up. I'm telling the truth. So this is the lineage of this title has been it's been some great championship matches for this matchup. Randy Orton, John Cena, Breaking Point, I Quit matchup. Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania. Hulk Hogan, Austin Warrior at WrestleMania 6. Let's see. Slaughter and Hogan at WrestleMania 7. Andre and Hogan at WrestleMania 3. Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 16. No, at WrestleMania 13. One at WrestleMania, I don't know. And who can ever forget The Undertaker, Psycho Sid, WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. The Undertaker won his 2nd WWE Championship when he pinned Psycho Sid in the middle of the ring to win his 2nd WWE Championship. That was a great. Undertaker will go on to hold the championship all the way up until SummerSlam, until Shawn Michaels accidentally hit The Undertaker with a steel chair, causing him the WWE Championship. Bret Hart walked out of SummerSlam with the WWE Championship at SummerSlam that same year. That same year was the Montreal Screwjob when Shawn Michaels put that at SummerSlam, at Survivor Series that same year. Shawn Michaels locked in the sharpshooter on Bret Hart. Earl Hebner called for the bell. Shawn Michaels was awarded the WWE Championship. Bret Hart never tapped out. Bret Hart never said, I quit. Shawn Michaels won the title the Montreal Screwjob. Shawn Michaels will go on to hold the championship until WrestleMania before dropping it to Steve Austin, and the rest is history. The rest is completely history. You look at the lineage of the WWE Championship. The guys that held the championship are Hall of Famers, are Hall of Fame bound. Guys like Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles. AJ Styles is the second. I think he's the second person to win the TNA and WWE Grand Slam and Triple Crown. Guys like that. Jeff Hardy at Armageddon 2003 defeated Triple H and Edge to win his first and only WWE Championship. I mean, the WWE Championship has been held and defended with pride, with honor, and with honor. And you look at the champions, Randy Savage, when he won the championship at Caesar's Palace against Ted DiBiase, that was a heck of a matchup. Randy Savage went out there. He went out there. He wrestled in the tournament. He beat One Man Gang, Butch Reed, and a couple other guys he beat in that tournament to go on to beat DiBiase in the tournament, in the tournament finals. Randy Savage went out there. After Hogan hit DiBiase with a steel chair, came off the top rope with a big elbow. Bam! 1, 2, 3. Randy Savage becomes new WWF champion at the time. Randy Savage's reign will last until WrestleMania 5 of that year. No, WrestleMania 5 the following year, when he dropped the title to Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 5, it was deemed the Mega Powers Explode. Randy Savage would win the title at WrestleMania 9. 1 second. Randy Savage would win the championship again at WrestleMania 9 in Indianapolis when he defeated Ric Flair by holding Ric Flair, by rolling Ric Flair up and holding his tights. How ironic is that? Anyway, Ric Flair would lose the championship. Randy Savage would go on to hold the championship and before dropping it back to Ric Flair in a house show. And the WWE Championship has been around for years and years, and it's the top prize in WWE. It's the top dog in WWE. This championship and all formats of this championship is a special place to hold, a special piece to hold. This is the Mecca of sports entertainment, and I mean when I mean Mecca, this is the only prize in WWE that is the top of the mountaintop. Yes, they have the Universal Championship, but this right here, this WWE World Heavyweight Championship is the Mecca to hold. I don't care what company you work for. I don't care if you work for Ring of Honor. I don't care if you work for Impact Wrestling. I don't care if you work for New Japan Pro Wrestling. I don't care if you work for AEW. You can work for all them pissant companies. You can work for all you want to. The WWE Championship is the top title in professional wrestling today, tomorrow, and forever because guys have held that title, made that title worth something. You got guys in Ring of Honor who ain't worth diddly and shouldn't have been world champion. Dalton Castle never should have held that damn Ring of Honor World Championship. Not one time should he held that Ring of Honor Championship. Guys in AEW who shouldn't have been world champion. You know what? This is just my opinion. You shouldn't have never gave it to an ex-WWE superstar to begin with. To give the AEW Championship to Chris Jericho lowered the volume of that championship. And I'm saying it like this. Jericho shouldn't have been the first AEW champion. It should have been Hangman Adam Page. You know why? Because Jericho was already established. Hangman Page was getting there. That's why it's hard to push him down as world champion because you crapped on him when he was in the finals with Jericho. Let's keep it 100. Why don't we? A lot of champions in this business, a lot of so-called world champion in this business. The Impact World Champion is Moose. Who the hell is Moose? And why the hell is he the Impact World Champion? And what the hell has he done to be called himself a world champion? Nothing. You know why? Because Impact gives championships to people who don't deserve it. Who the hell is Jonathan Gresham? Nobody. Now, one person knows who Jonathan Gresham is. This is why the WWE Championship is the mecca of all world championships. Like it or not, this is why. So let me get off of here. My stomach is growling. I'm about to go fix me something to eat. It's time for me to put some food in my belly. I will be back on soon. Don't know how soon. Maybe tomorrow. You never know with me. This is the Master of the Mat. Like, subscribe, tell people, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Holla at your boy. Before I leave, hold on. Hold on 1 second. Before I leave, play a little music for you. This is in honor of one of the greatest factions in WCW history. And thanks to Scott Hall, this faction was made possible. Gotta find the music first. Hold on, y'all. Got the American males up here, but you don't have that up here. What the hell? Okay. I don't have what I'm looking for, so I'm gonna settle for this. What type of crap is that? They got the American male Dungeon Dune up here, but they don't have the original NWO. Fight me. You gotta love it. Not in his lifetime.
Wolfpack is back cause I'm mass destruction. Guess who see it? The bad boys arrest me. Testing competition when the war is the mission. Not no mercy. See the race like the street. If you don't know, you better find out the Wolfpack. Here to prove a point. Number one, just believe that you don't want to tussle with them. Or be involved with them. Coming to green with them. You're never walking out again. So I'll turn your back on the Wolfpack. So I'll turn your back on the Wolfpack. So turn your back on the Wolfpack. So turn your back on the Wolfpack. You might wind up in a body bag. See your chances. Now it's time to show you the wrong in the rain.
So, like I said, I may hop on tomorrow. You never know. But I'm gonna do one more song and I'm hopping off. Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody. Nah, it's me. It's that D.O. double. Marvin once again with an H and triple S. Now then, 2 tears in the bucket. Cut the music. I gotta do this. Shit, Chi-Town, welcome to the doghouse. Well, you know that D-O-double-G like to kick that shiz Nick Doggy style. Now then, and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X proudly means to you, it's current WWF Tag Team Champions of the world. The Road Dogg Jesse James, the Badass Billy Gunn, the New Age Outlaws. I'm out of here, folks.